One Good Thing is sponsored by LaFontaine Lincoln Grand Rapids.
In November of 2022, we told you the story of a farm in Holland helping to search for someone to donate part of their liver to one of the farm's volunteers. And tonight, the volunteer is alive to tell the story of what he calls the ultimate miracle and an unexpected turn along the way. 13 Your Side's Matt Gard explains in his One Good Thing update.
I started to come to the farm here at Fell in Love Farm, and I started to volunteer. I thought it was such a cool place, such a healing place.
A healing place is exactly what Scott Bryers needed as he fought for his life.
I had what was described as spontaneous liver failure.
Toxins not processed by the liver ended up making it to Scott's brain. He spent a lot of time in the hospital going in and out of comas, and he was on the transplant list for 3 years until Kristen Potter from Muskegon came into his life.
Scott's daughter had made a post that she was looking for a donor for her father. And I was just looking at the requirements, you know, have to be this age, this BMI, this blood type. And I was just like, oh, check, check, check. Why not?
She had been one of 60 people that had offered to donate a portion of the liver to me, but she was the only match that they found.
The surgery was scheduled, but then Kristen received an unfortunate voicemail.
Surgery is off. And that was pretty much it. That was the gist of the message from the surgeon. I was like, oh my gosh, like what happened? Is he okay? Is he really sick? Did he pass away? I was devastated.
My condition had worsened to the extent that a partial liver wasn't going to help me. At that point, it had to be a deceased donor that had a viable liver. I was really down to my last chance.
That's when Scott's daughter tracked down the family of Sarah Clausen.
Sarah fell ill with a brain injury. She fell ill, and we learned that she wasn't going to recover. And then we learned that she was an organ donor.
Sarah grew up in Michigan, and we all live in Michigan. And I wanted as much of Sarah back in Michigan as could be.
That fateful day, they flew my liver, Sarah's liver, from Knoxville, Tennessee to Ann Arbor, and a couple hours later they were transplanting into me.
Scott felt better almost instantly, and after recovering from the transplant, it's expected that he will live a long and normal life.
The hardest part of it, I think, is the emotional, mental side of it. Because what happened with me is that Sarah, her tragedy became my miracle. And it's hard to wrap your head around, to think that you're alive because of somebody else.
Scott is now very close to Sarah's family and with his almost donor, Kristen, who ended up being a match for someone else and saving their life.
We connect on such a different level than I connect with pretty much anybody else. I mean, we've experienced this journey together and all of the highs and the lows.
The one light, I guess, through this hard time, to know that Sarah has saved 5 people, and we get to hang out with Scott, whenever we want.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
They're all working together to spread the word about organ donation so more lives can be saved.
Anybody that is able to get onto a transplant list is a miracle in itself. To actually get a transplant is really the ultimate miracle.
April is National Donate Life Month, and right now there are more than 100,000 people waiting for a life-saving transplant. Every 8 minutes, someone is added to that list, and every year, 6,000 people pass away waiting for a transplant. Scott and his daughter have started a foundation to raise awareness and help transplant patients find donors. If you or a loved one need that kind of assistance, we have their contact information at 13onyourside.com. With your One Good Thing, I'm Matt Gard, 13 on Your Side.